And now we move closer to home with the residential installation categories. Residential Design Build has 10 recognition awards. Brett Marr Landscape Inc., Homer Glen, Illinois, for the McIntyre residence. Grant and Power Landscaping Inc., West Chicago, Illinois, for the Wayne residence. Grunder Landscaping Company, Miamisburg, Ohio, for the Gaylor residence. Lawrence Landscape Inc. of Lawrence, Kansas, for the Gray residence. Lindgren Landscape and Irrigation Inc. of Fort Collins, Colorado, for a Cobb Lake Estate. McDougald Steel, Houston, Texas, for a City View Lakeside Garden. Southern Landscape Group Inc. of Ebbington, Virginia, for the Firth residence. Stephen Dubner Landscaping Inc., Dix Hills, New York, for an East Hills residence. And Town and Gardens Limited, New York, New York, for the Sutton Place. 15 projects have earned merit awards in Residential Design Build. Dennis 7D's Landscaping and Garden Centers, Portland, Oregon, for the UD residence. Designs by Sundown, Englewood, Colorado, for Bear Creek. Designs by Sundown, Englewood, Colorado, for Cherry Creek Chic. Designs by Sundown, Englewood, Colorado, for the Falls and the Village. Goldberg and Rodler Inc., Huntington, New York, for the Hoey residence. Grant and Power Landscaping Inc., West Chicago, Illinois, for an Oak Brook residence. Jacobson Landscape Design and Construction Inc. of Midland Park, New Jersey, for a Ridgewood residence. James Martin Associates Inc., Vernon Hills, Illinois, for a Chicago residence. Kane Landscapes Inc. of Scotts Valley, California, for the Kagan Lagoon. Lawns of Dallas, Dallas, Texas, for a backyard retreat. Lindgren Landscape and Irrigation Inc. of Fort Collins, Colorado, for Timber Glade. McDougald Steel of Houston, Texas, for Austin Hillside Gardens. Southern Landscape Group Inc., Ebbington, Virginia, for the Morford residence. The Paddy Group Inc. of Novelty, Ohio, for the Connor residence. And Turf Tenders Landscape Services Inc. of Raleigh, North Carolina, for the Pratt residence. And 8 firms have earned grand awards in Residential Design Build. Botanical Decorators of Olney, Maryland, for a Lloyd's Lane residence. The owners of this Mediterranean-style home on a very narrow lot wanted to fully utilize the property with a laundry list of desires that included an upper-level terrace, a covered patio space, grilling station, fireplace, level lawn area, driveway to the garage with parking for 2 cars, a pool, and lush, colorful plantings. And underground, there's an 1,800-gallon rainwater harvesting system. Botanical Decorators of Olney, Maryland, for an Alexandria residence. The challenge for this client was to transform an unusable backyard with an awkward view of the house into an inviting oasis with a swimming pool and entertainment area. The site had a 16-foot change in grade into the backyard. Narrow access, plus utility and forest conservation easements, left little area to work within. The house towers 4 stories above the new pool, so a natural setting was created which gracefully reflects the surrounding environment. Dennis 7D's Landscaping and Garden Centers, Portland, Oregon, for the Smith residence. This client's escape from his work environment has been exploring nature, rock climbing, and a passion for the beauty of natural waterfalls. The design created a natural-style waterfall for the steep blackberry-covered backyard. A dramatic set of waterfalls flow to a koi pond, bluestone patio with outdoor kitchen, and sitting areas. After this was installed, the client remodeled his home to focus specifically on the new landscape features. Lambert Landscape Company of Dallas, Texas, suppliers Hollenberg Pools and Lentz Landscape Lighting for Regency Garden. Working within the confines of an estate that was originally planted nearly 100 years ago, this 6.5-acre landscape enhances a new Regency-style residence and incorporated their design sensitivity while providing adequate entertaining space for family gatherings or grand charitable balls. In addition, underground rainwater harvesting and organic practices give this one-of-a-kind residence a sustainable edge. Landscape Techniques, Inc. of Nutley, New Jersey for the Schlossberg residence, Livingston. This home was the model unit for a new upscale development, but a major grade change, lots of rock, and no level areas created a challenge. The pool area was raised to minimize rock removal cost, but more importantly, to set up some dynamic spaces by leveraging the grade change. The upper patio and primary pool space includes about 1,200 square feet of wet-laid bluestone. The lower patio allows access to the lower kiddie pool. Landscape Techniques, Inc. of Nutley, New Jersey for the McGinley residence, Essex Fells. For this repeat customer, the three main objectives were to create an inviting, sizable entry courtyard, provide an expansive lawn and play area, and develop an intense pool space. A 50-foot grade change in the backyard required landscaped terraces using 4,000 square feet of retaining wall and thousands of yards of compactable fill to provide the level foundation necessary for the pool and lawn areas. Mariani Landscape of Lake Bluff, Illinois for a prairie retreat. This prairie retreat was designed to integrate the native environment with the distinctive architecture of the new home. The project involved designing a prairie restoration, a woodland restoration, a resort-style pool, and planting design which could withstand intense animal traffic. One of the challenges for Mariani was to act as a mediator between the architect, who wanted no landscaping, and the client, who had specific family needs in mind. Rocco Fiore and Sons, Inc. of Libertyville, Illinois for Active Lifestyles. Having been burned by a previous contractor, the project took a noticeably different direction after the clients chose Rocco Fiore and Sons. The patio was replaced with materials that withstand freeze-thaw conditions. The pool found new life as it was reworked. The drive, walks, and stone walls had to be replaced. Other challenges included repairing a severely eroded ravine, removing poison ivy along the bluff trail, and developing multiple outdoor rooms and garden spaces that would work well together. Now, in residential landscape contracting, we start with one recognition award for Southern Botanical Inc. of Dallas, Texas for the Rio Rocca Chapel on the Brazos River. Next, there are 4 merit awards in residential landscape contracting. Anderson Landscape Construction Inc. of Sterling, Massachusetts for the Longman residence. Lindgren Landscape and Irrigation Inc. of Fort Collins, Colorado for Water Valley. Kale Landscape Design Inc. of Upper Marlboro, Maryland for the Meyer Woods residence. And Southern Botanical Inc. of Dallas, Texas for the Preston Hollow residence. And now with grand awards in residential landscape contracting, Gardeners Guild Inc. of Richmond, California for the Gruber Jaleld residence. This modern contemporary landscape complements the modern contemporary home. Contrasted against stucco and concrete is the look and feel of deep, rich Ipe wood and bluestone accent caps and bands. An outdoor kitchen and fireplace completes the outdoor living ambiance. All planting consisted of specimen fruitless olive trees, herbaceous perennials, vegetables, and fruit and citrus trees. McHale Landscape Design, Inc. of Upper Marlboro, Maryland for a Spring Hill residence. Here's the before, here's the after. Any questions? The project featured a swimming pool, spa, outdoor fireplace, outdoor kitchen, pool house, and plantings. Solid cedar rafters support the architectural metal roof on the outdoor kitchen. Hand-chiseled thermal-gauged bluestone pool coping highlights the pool within the limestone garden terrace. R.P. Marzilli and Company, Inc. of Medway, Massachusetts for Ocean Overlook. The client's three primary goals were to maximize the incredible ocean view, make the landscape look like it had been there for decades, and reduce the carbon footprint of the job. Some stone was site quarried, and other stone was sourced from an abandoned nearby dock. The project was completed in just 12 months, in spite of the snowiest winter on record.